Hello Cowboy Nation, this is today's news from the Dallas Cowboys. And pay attention, the NFL schedule for 2024 has just been released. See how the season turned out for our team. Cowboys game-by-game predictions following 2024 NFL schedule release. Let's take a look at the Dallas Cowboys 2024 schedule and make variations to their end-of-season record on a game-by-game basis. First, check if you are already subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any news about the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys finished 2023 in a very familiar fashion, clinching second place in the NFC but losing to the seventh-place Green Bay Packers. The Cowboys are looking for a way to overcome their playoff demons as fans are tired of the time-limited regular season. It doesn't matter what playoff seed the Cowboys achieve after this year's regular season, as their postseason performance will be the only thing fans remember. Let's take a look at the Dallas Cowboys 2024 schedule and make variations to their end-of-season record on a game-by-game basis. Week 1 Cleveland Browns. The Browns showed a lot of promise, thanks to the acquisition of Deshaun Watson and star running back Nick Chubb. However, Chubb is still recovering from last season's horrific knee injury, and Watson wasn't worth the contract he received from Cleveland. The Browns have won some games thanks to their defense, but this won't be one of them. Week 2 New Orleans Saints. The Saints will always present a tough opponent, but the Cowboys will win this battle of talent. The Saints have Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara, but will have a hard time giving those point guards the ball until they get a better quality quarterback. Week 3 versus Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson won his second MVP in 2023, but time was up until the playoffs. The Ravens and Cowboys are their conference's versions of each other, which makes this game even more interesting. The Ravens have won 5 of 6 games against the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are 1-1 since Dak's debut. Week 4 at New York Giants, Thursday Night Football. The Cowboys' dominance over the Giants will continue into 2024, with the Cowboys winning both matchups with their divisional opponent. A poor performance in 2024 could be a final straw for the Daniel Jones experiment. Week 5 Pittsburgh Steelers, Sunday Night Football. Who will be the Steelers' starting quarterback when the game starts? Russell Wilson is the likely recipient of the starting job at the start of the season, but if he doesn't improve on last season's form, Fields will be knocking on the door for the job. At this point in Wilson's career, it might be in Dallas' best interest to face them early in the season when he still has the job. Week 6 versus Detroit Lions. We already know what the plot of this game will be. Taylor Decker was a surprise ineligible receiver on a 2-point conversion play last season, losing the game for the Lions. If there's one thing Dan Campbell does well, it's that he motivates his team and will be ready to beat this loss. Week 7. Week 8 San Francisco 49ers. The Cowboys still have a long way to go before they are recognized as a perennial playoff contender like the 49ers. The Cowboys always have good regular seasons, but they fail to produce when the games get tougher. A good start would be to finally beat the 49ers, as San Francisco has won 3 straight games, including 2 in the playoffs. The Cowboys were outscored 78-45 in that span. Week 9 Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons won't be the same since Matt Ryan retired. They were held back by questionable decisions from Arthur Smith and now have a serviceable quarterback in Kirk Cousins. If Cousins can connect with all of his young weapons, the Falcons will be in for a good time in 2024. Week 10 versus Philadelphia Eagles. It was the tale of 2 off-seasons for the Eagles and Cowboys, as Dallas didn't make many personnel changes while the Eagles acquired Saquon Barkley. The Eagles also had a better draft early on, taking Cooper DeJean in the 2nd round. The Cowboys and Eagles remain the class of the NFC East, but the Eagles widen the gap this offseason. Week 11 versus Houston Texans. The Texans could be one of the toughest tests for Dallas' new defense. C.J. Stroud was one of the league's most surprising stories last season, but he expects to be very successful in 2024. Week 12 Washington Commanders. The Cowboys-Commanders rivalry will return in 2024 with Dan Quinn taking over as Washington's head coach. Quinn will improve the Commanders' defense, but does Mike McCarthy know enough about Quinn's scheme for it to be effective? Week 13 versus New York Giants, Thanksgiving game. The Cowboys dominated the Giants, winning 6 straight and 13 of the last 14 games. The Giants outplayed Daniel Jones when they didn't draft a quarterback, but was that the right decision if they can't beat their division rivals? Instead, the Giants nabbed Malik Nabers, an LSU wide receiver, to give Jones another target. Week 14 versus Cincinnati Bengals, Monday Night Football. The Bengals had a disappointing season in 2023, highlighted by the fact that Joe Burrow missed most of the season due to injuries. They will have Burrow fully healthy in 2024 as he tries to pull the Bengals back from the Super Bowl precipice. The Cowboys have won 5 straight against the Bengals, including a 20-17 win in 2022. Week 15 Carolina Panthers. The Cowboys have a challenging schedule in 2024, but Carolina will be one of their simple matchups. The Cowboys took care of the Panthers in 2023, and the Panthers should be improved, but not enough to compete with the Cowboys. Week 16 versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Sunday Night Football. Many expected Tampa Bay to make one more run before losing many of its best players to free agency. The Buccaneers went all in when they acquired Tom Brady and accepted an opportunity to get back on track. However, Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans and Antoine Winfield Jr. missed the cut, setting the Buccaneers up for another playoff run. Week 17 Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys will need to win one of 2 meetings this season to keep pace in the race for first place in the East. Otherwise, the Eagles will likely be the higher-seeded and better-matched team in the first round. Week 18 versus Week 18 Week 18 Washington Commanders. Dan Quinn's return to Dallas will be a highly anticipated matchup. Dallas fans were upset with Quinn's defensive decisions in the playoffs, so his return may not be as well received as he would like. For me, Dallas has a great chance this year. If I were to bet, I would bet on the Dallas Cowboy, and do you think he is? Leave your opinion about the Dallas team's 2024 season. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, so you don't miss any news about the Dallas Cowboys. Until next time, thank you.